Episode 18, The Backyard Gardening Project, entering the home stretch. These series of videos are brought to you by The Garden Father and Don's Garden Shop and Landscape Materials located on East Platte Avenue in Colorado Springs, offering soil mixes, mulch, rock, stone, statuaries, fountains, and more. Well, here we are in Mike, Colleen, and Troy's garden. It is September 11th. And we're going to see how it's doing. So, hi, Mike.
Hey, Larry. How are you?
Wood, great. Well, let's start off first with your pumpkin patch here. So, show me how those guys are doing.
Oh, they're going crazy. We have so many good ripe ones down here. We have new ones coming in left and right. Every day I see another one going. I think we're counted over 20 plus pumpkins we have going from those two little plants.
Oh, that's great. And these are those sugared. Let's expose one and take a look at a nice orange one here.
Here's a
Yeah, let me get in here.
Come on in.
Yeah, there we go. Let me get a close-up of that guy. And these are those sugar pie pumpkins. They're just the perfect size for, putting them in your oven. You'll get the recipes. Of course, you open them up, clean out the seeds. Some people like to save the seeds and dry them and maybe roast them a little bit and enjoy pumpkin seeds. But geez, good job there.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your help. We're looking forward to them. Rob is even telling me about grilling them, doing a little recipe to grill them too. So we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, grilling would be interesting. I know that this is a size pumpkin that they use to make that famous Venatucci pumpkin ale.
Oh.
I don't know if they do that anymore, but they used to, and they used to come down with Bristol Brewing, used to make that, and it used to be a big favorite.
Big fan of that.
Yeah, me too. All right, so we brought over a small plant of arugula. This is rustic arugula, and you can see that it's flowering. And have you guys been harvesting any of that?
Some of it,
yeah.
Yes.
Now you can get those leaves in there, and of course you can harvest the flowers and enjoy those in salads too. They're nice, little sweet and a little peppery, and they'll reseed themselves. And you'll see these little seed pods right here, and they'll dry, and then they'll just shoot out their seeds. When you press them when they're dry, you can see this one kind of opening there.
Okay.
And you'll see these little tiny seeds, and those will all grow next year, and you'll have, like I said, you'll have more arugula than you can shake a stick at. So delicious, and it's also very nutritious. A lot of good vitamins in there.
We're enjoying it.
Okay, Mike, so you're still harvesting off of your pole beans here, aren't you?
Every day there's new ones. Yeah, we've had, I can't tell you how many beans we've picked off of this thing, but it's still going strong. I'll have another probably 20 ready to go today. So
yeah, that's a meal right there for your family, right?
Exactly. We've been loving these. It's really
good. Yeah, and I used to save the seeds because it was hard to find them, but now I can get the seeds online under the trade name now Northeaster. It used to be Quintus or Early Riser, and now one of the universities picked it up, and now the name is Northeaster for that. So yeah, they look really healthy, and they're still growing strong. So keep that up until Mother Nature kind of brings it back with the hard frost.
Yeah, we're enjoying it. We definitely will.
I dug up a spur of rhubarb, brought it over for Mike. I started it inside and got it going a little bit. When we planted it in here, it struggled. Mike found out that he wasn't watering deep enough, and now it's coming back after he's deep root watering. And I did the same at home, and boy, I'll tell you, that first year it takes a little more water than you might expect. But he should be able to have a nice crop of rhubarb come next spring. We'll talk about mulching that and getting it ready to overwinter in some of our future videos. And this one is this one is Canada Red. And it's got a nice red stem, a little shorter than Victoria or McDonald's, but oh, is it delicious. Now again, it's September 11th, and this is Mike's cucumber structure, and it's only a 4x4 bed. How many cucumbers so far?
We're way over 100 now.
Yeah, in a 4x4 area.
It's been awesome.
That's way more than the average. We talked about that. The average is about 40 cucumbers in that space. Again, this one is Quarantine. Cool Breeze is an analog of that as well, and they're both gynoecious and parthenocarpic, which means all female flowers. They don't need to be fertilized to produce fruit. So let's peek inside to see how they're doing still.
Still going strong. We have some about ready to harvest, some more coming. It's slowing down, but It's
Yeah, it will. It will. This time of year, the nights get cooler, the sun is a little lower, the days are shorter, but your vines look really good and healthy.
Good.
So you should be harvesting a few more
Good.
before Mother Nature decides it's the end of the season. Good job, Mike.
Thank you.
Well, Mike's tomato and pepper bed, wasn't without its concerns, but with every garden, there's always a little bit of concern there. You'll probably notice that there's no tomato plant right there. So Mike has removed it. It got late blight and just couldn't be saved. So next year we'll have him look and be able to spot that late blight so he could treat it with proper copper octanoate or neem oil to kind of keep it at bay before it got to the whole thing. So again, what are you feeding that basil plant?
Yeah, we can't keep up with this thing. It's constantly flowering, but it's been wonderful.
Yeah, you got to pick those flowers so it'll keep producing its leaves. Otherwise, it'll just elongate and then it'll be done. But you're getting a lot of basil.
Way more than we know what to do with. It's great.
All right, now let's take a look at his peppers because this is some interesting things. This happens to all of us really if you're not paying really close attention. You can see his pepper plants right here, and there's some good fruit coming on. That's a flavor burst right there. But something's happened to his jalapeno, and we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to figure out if it's viral or if he's just watered too much or if there's something going on in the soil. But you can see it's wilting right there. And so we're trying to figure out exactly what's the cause of that. We believe it's overwatering, but why wouldn't the other pepper plants be affected? If you guys have some suggestions out there, send me an email and let me know what you think. But we're, as you can see, it's struggling. He's poked some holes all around the base of the plant, down deep, about 8 inches away from the stem, that if it is overwatering, it'll help dry it out a little bit and maybe it'll bounce back. So there's his deep root water that he used to poke holes in. Now, you didn't have the water on when you did
sir.
that? No. Yeah, so that'll do it, and that'll allow it to come through. But geez, his California Wonders are doing really great, as you can see. And now this one is a Pueblo chili, right?
Right. That's been doing awesome.
Doing great.
We've picked probably about 12 or 14 peppers off of that guy.
Yeah, and we like those. Now he does have something going on here, and I want to show you this. Maybe hard to see, but there's aphids that are appearing now, which they do. If you don't look underneath the leaf and everything, and you'll see it right near the terminal end, growing tip, more aphids there. And what I do is when I see aphids coming on like that, I'll just spray them with water and spray them off. But you got to do it. It takes a while because you have to go through almost every leaf and spray them off, and with water. And you do that about every second or third day until they don't come back. Now it's a little too late in the season for them to put on ladybugs, because they'll lay their eggs and then they fly away, and then the generation that stays will eat the aphids. But we're near the end of the season, so he's going to try to just keep them in check, not use any pesticides because he wants to eat the fruit, doesn't want to contaminate it. So he'll just do with water to try to keep those aphids in check to bring in the fruit before the frost. And you can see them; they're all over his leaves there. So yeah, they're easy to control if you watch it. So next year we'll make sure that that Mike checks those leaves so that he keeps it going. But other than that, the other pepper plants look really healthy and really, really good. So upon further inspection of Mike's pepper plants, we came across quite a few of these ladybug larvae. They're actually beetles, lady beetles. Leave them on the plant. They love to eat aphids. So Mike, instead of using the hose to spray off the aphids, he's going to use a small little squirt bottle with water so that he doesn't also spray off some of those ladybug larvae, which he wants to keep there so they eat the aphids that are on his plants. All right, this is another one of Mike's 4x8 beds, and you can see in front he has some carrots that'll finish off, and you can let those go until after the first frost. Actually, they'll be okay, and then you'll want to bring them out of the ground and enjoy them. But look at his broccoli plants, and you must be using that dipple dust, that BT, because the leaves look really good right now. They're not being eaten by too many of those cabbage worms. But as soon as you stop it, they'll come lay some eggs, and you'll get a lot of holes. But look at that broccoli. See, this is where you need to keep it harvested like he's been doing. So how much broccoli have you gotten off of this thing?
Oh my gosh, we've been harvesting it every few days, so it has to be, I can't even imagine, probably a few good sized, containers like this full of broccoli. Like so over the, well, especially starting with the first big harvest where we had those massive heads. We've had more broccoli than we've known what to do with. So we haven't had to buy broccoli all summer. It's been great, and we've enjoyed it.
Yeah, and you can see here that if you miss picking one of the heads like we talked before, it will start to form flowers. Now, what are just keep these cut and enjoy them in salads. Add them to some stir fries as they go. This one is just about ready to. It is ready to be harvested. But that really looks like a healthy plant. So yeah, that'll do well, and that'll last you up till the first hard frost, and then we'll be doing. Hey, listen, we've got probably about just 2 more, maybe 3 more videos to do, Anya, and we'll have actually done the full circle here. And after we do the final harvest, we'll be talking about preparing your beds for the winter and then planning for next year. And that should wrap us up for a full season and get you going for next year.
Well, it sure has been fun. We really appreciate all you've done, Larry. Thank you.
Well, it's been fun for me too, and I've learned a lot from you. You've done a great job, and your family, I'm glad that they've been able to enjoy the harvest. So all I can say is happy gardening.
Happy gardening.